Pop the wires out. There we go. Generally these come tuned all the way down, so you gotta make sure you adjust the voltage to it. That way it's set correctly. And then we'll check all the other things too, as far as frequency and all that, because this is an old-fashioned one that has a mechanical governor that can get loose, and then the frequency gets out of whack. Things have changed quite a bit since this thing was built. Problem is, it's so expensive to get rid of it just because all the technology's changed. It's hard to justify it. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put a date on that so we know for later. We're going to go ahead and get this thing set up here. Go ahead and get her started, and then we're going to tune it in. Usually somewhere at around 243 to 249 volts, but I usually shoot for about 243 to 246 area. So let's go ahead and see if she runs and go from there. What's a little bothersome here is it didn't produce voltage at first, but then it did on the second go round. So I don't know what the story is on that, but that kind of bothers me that we may have some issues. So gonna go ahead and do her again, see what we get. Really not impressed with this horse pucky here, so we're going to change that out. I don't know why people are so lazy they can't just change things. It's just ridiculous. Don't be one of those lazy guys who just leaves things lay. I kind of wonder what other things around your house look like if that's the way you leave your work. Alright, so we got that mounted in there. It was a Phillips screwdriver, a little small one. Just loosen that up and put it in there. So that was all that was required for that. I think we've already checked our oil here. Yep, we're good. It's not a real great color. It's really hard to see sometimes. Let's go ahead and check our battery, make sure it's charging like it should. Give that another look. So let's go to DC volts. 13.84. Looks to me like it's working. Start it up. Starts up and seems to work. Now, I don't believe they're home, so the only thing we can do now to test the transfer switch is to unplug the harness and see if it starts up, which this right here is the reason why they got rid of this design, because right now if you used to grab a hold of that and it was running, it shocked the crap out of you. These are your wires that go to the transfer switch. Two of them go to the transfer switch, two of them are the power wires that tell the generator to start up and run. So we'll go ahead and pull these apart. So the battery was bad, voltage regulator was bad, now it doesn't transfer back. So let's check see if we got voltage coming in this unit. Alright, we verified that it has DC voltage going to the transfer switch to switch it back, but obviously it didn't switch. So we have to go down there, they probably have a relay out on that. Alright, so we have the 12 volt DC coming down, but they actually switched the ground. So I have an issue with our relay. Gotta love it. Alright, so we're back again for the third time because we needed parts every time. So we've got a new board here. We're going to replace this one. I've got the fuse pulled, got everything turned off. Technically, you probably should go ahead and unhook the battery and get it completely shut down. That way everything's safe to go. You know, once again, guys, I'm not doing this for homeowners. I'm doing it for guys that are in the generator classes and stuff that have issues or just are curious. This is not intended for you guys to do the work yourself. You know, I don't want any liability for you guys doing anything that causes damage or death or whatever. So, alright, so we've made sure that our dip switches are all set the same as what the original board was. Looks like they've made a few updates to it, a different chip. Got rid of some of these old IC chips, went to some newer surface mount stuff. Anyhow, like I said, this one here has got a issue, I think, in the logic circuit. Looks like 2004 right there. So we got the board in there. We're going to go ahead and get it put back into place and test this thing out. Go ahead and put our system fuse back in. Should blink all together. If you put it on auto, which it's doing, it's because it lost the exercise date. So when we end up putting this into set exercise and hold it for 10 seconds, it's going to tell that right now, next week at this time, it's going to do its test. So let's go ahead and get some of these things off of the generator and run it through that, make sure it kicks on. Hopefully, you know, this time it actually produces voltage.